We're on. So, want to welcome everybody to the show. Happy Wednesday, Hump Day. So I know some of us are pretty excited about that for sure. Got some cool things coming up tonight on the show. We're going to do some safety resolutions. I thought since we're starting off the new year, might as well get that safety gear squared away. We've got some results from Slideway Saturday last weekend from the Salem Speedway. And we've got the wonderful Good Golly Miss Molly Helmuth coming to join us, former Carter and now late model standout. She's going to be calling in about 8 o'clock, so we'll get to talk to her for about, probably 20, 30 minutes, see how well it goes. But first things first, I always start off with some interesting stuff. First thing I want to start with is tomorrow is going to be a big day for me. I'm going over to the funeral for Garrett Evans. Those of you know Garrett Evans, he owns the Wenatchee Valley Super Oval, and his father passed away day after Christmas. So he's had a tough road the last couple weeks. He's a great guy, so I'm going to go over there to the funeral over in Wenatchee and give my blessing to Mr. Leonard Evans, great man and awesome supporter of our great sport. So, Mr. Evans, this one's for you. Moving on, interest in grassroots motorsports. I was on a website the other day, and they said that they had a 40% growth in the interest of grassroots motorsports. They've got a website called RacingIn. That's RacingIncom, and it's kind of a cool site. You can see a whole bunch of different demographics, but what they are is it's for short track racing and grassroots stuff. Not necessarily NASCAR or whatever, but it's it's just for short track stuff, modifieds, late models, the whole bit. They said 40% growth from 2013 to 2014. They had 1 million visits to the site, and they got 26 million pages of info relating to local racing. I mean, I just found that, astronomical. That's huge. But that just tells you that even though the economy is kind of bad, racing's still a big deal. So you can check it out. It's called RacingIn.com. Kind of a cool site. I want to give a big shout out to one of my great sponsors of the show tonight. That's Scott Seal Coat. And fantastic place. He's going to take good care of you. ScottsSealCoat.com. And they do driveways, parking lots, everything. But their main claim to fame is the seal coat. They can do neighborhoods. So if you live in a neighborhood like I do, it's kind of you pay your association dues, and you can't do this and you can't do that. That's what he specializes in. So he can come in and take care of the whole area. So if you've got that, let him know. You can reach him at 253-445-8200. Just want to give another shout out to picked up another sponsor, CartCover.com. Mr. John Shear has been helping me out immensely. We've got some big things in the works, and just trying to get everything finalized and get it done. So CartCover.com, if you don't know, makes some awesome cart covers. They do both for the flat carts, and then they've also got for the wedge bodies. And he's working on some really cool stuff. I can't really say anything about it till it hits, but it's going to be cool. So John Shear is definitely after it racing-wise. He's got some cool T-shirts as well. You can check him out at cartcover.com, and they're really slick shirts. I posted one on Facebook, so you can go onto my page, Terry Bridges on Facebook, and check that out. So cool stuff, really cool stuff. Last weekend, the Salem Indoor, boy, pretty decent turnout, but you kind of thought it would be with the BK7 coming up. Some guys were here. It was the Iron Man, Joe Stackman, and Eric Stansberry. Sean Carr made it. Case Hinkins made it. There was a bunch of them here getting some tune-up on before. But in Junior 1 4 cycle, Big Daddy Wade Bauman from Aloha, Oregon, took Junior 1 4-cycle. And Daniel Von Winkle won the Junior 2 4-cycle. And believe it or not, those were the only two juniors. That's kind of scary, actually. KT Heavy was a great turnout, and the win went to Richard Spear. No surprise there. Darren Markham was second, Mike Trickle third, Dan Spear was fourth, and Brent Meyer, the Wisconsin Whiz, was fifth. Brambatten sixth. Chuck Jones had a good run. Just had some tough luck. And then Jeremy Brown and Bill Story had some problems. So good stuff in heavy. That's going to be a great class, by the way, come BK7. I'm going to tell you that right now. I know Joe Gibb is coming. He's going to be running heavy and light. Renee Angel's going to be there. It's going to be really, really good. Kid kart. Great turnout for the kid karts. Biggest I've seen in quite a while. But the win went to Bradley Miller from Oregon City. Seth Waddell, Sizzle and Seth finally got beat. He was second. Ty Gaynor was third. Ty did a good job. I think this was his first or second time on the dirt, and he did a great job. His dad's a big drag racer, and so he's catching on real quick. Brandon Waddell was fourth, and Hunter Meyer from McMinnville was fifth. Supersport Heavy. This was kind of a shocker here. And he's going to be on the show next week, the King Danny Cahill. But the King got beat. He got dethroned by this newcomer from Estacada. This guy's come out of nowhere. Boy, I mean, he's in the former Dave Schrock machine, and he beat the driver that used to drive that kart, Paul Weatherford. But Dennis Flint won it. Paul Weatherford was second. Dave Wooten from Eagle Creek was third. Mark Wooten was fourth. Ricky Clark, fifth. Great job for Ricky. Ty Easton was there, had some problems. He was sixth. Dave Schrock sat in, the old Wiley veteran. He was seventh, and Danny Cahill finished eighth. He had some problems. He was struggling all day. So the King's going to go to work and try to get that scored away before the BK. KT Light. Wowee. What a great class this was. Some of you may recognize him if you're an asphalt racer. And I've been hearing all these guys tell me, I don't like the dirt. It's just not, Andrew Zimmer's got it going on. He's got it figured out. He's smart. It's seat time. Wintertime, not much to do, no asphalt going on. It's raining, wet, nasty. Come indoors, race on the dirt, get some seat time. Seat time is seat time. That's the way I see it. And Andrew Zimmer picked up his first win. Second time in the car, and he wins KT Light. And he beats the measure, Richard Spear from Portland. He was second. Mike Trickle was third. Dana Ward, another asphalt guy, great shifter driver, won the Can-Am Rotax Pro Kart Challenge Series a couple years ago in the shifter class. He was fourth. Justin Hollingshead was fifth. Brandon Day. Now, Brandon Day, let me tell you, he's fast, but he's young. He's new. He's got to figure out, I just need to take my time, pick my battles, because he's got speed. He was really, really fast, but just made some, drove in a little too hard here and there and just made some small mistakes. But make no doubt, Brandon Day is going to be tough. He finished in the sixth spot. Jonathan Miller was seventh. And Corey Markham, struggles kind of continue for the dude born on the dirt, man. This kid, I used to watch him when he was a little kid, and that's all he ever did was run dirt. And he's just been struggling a little bit. He'll get it figured out, though. He was 8th. 9th was Justin Jones. And 10th was David Aronson, newcomer there. Don't hang your head, David. It's going to get better. AKRA Builder Prepared. Great turnout for them, too. Things are picking up. The win went to none other than Black Star Motorsports owner Chris Hatch from Dallas. Here is the great one. This main event was awesome. Justin DeMars, the Bandit, from Sandy, Oregon, got a new engine package. Santa was good to him. And he ran good all day. And he and Greg Norman went out. Justin DeMars got off early, got second, was hanging in there, made a boo-boo off of 4. Norman gets underneath him. And I'm going to tell you what, the maturity set in for DeMars. He picked his battles, and boy, what a move he made into 3, coming to the flag, and just flat drove it in there to take home the second spot. It was an awesome race between DeMars and Normandin. So Grand National finished 3rd. He's from Albany in the T-Plus Steel Fabricators machine. Brian Green, the Brian Green Construction, he was 4th. Alan Waddell was 5th. The King, Steve King, was 6th. A little bit surprising to me, but he'll get it figured out. He's just had a few struggles the last couple weeks, but I'm sure he'll get it figured out. Blake Johnson was 7th, and Eric Waddell was 8th. So it was a real decent turnout. In the UAS, the win went to ES7, Eric Stansberry from Battleground, Washington, and he's backing up his Dixon run. You know, I don't know. I'm sure people were saying, well, he was fast, but he was blazing fast down at Dixon. Let me tell you, he was under the track record Friday night. And if the track would have been good, I mean, it was enough to where he snapped an axle in 2. I mean, he snapped it clean in 2, right dead center. So that 450, he's got it rocking, and he looked really good. He beat the Ironman, Joe Stackman, testing out his new package, and he's got a conglomeration of stuff going on there. But you know what? The Ironman always makes it work. He's the finest closer in the business from Graham, Washington, so don't ever count out the Ironman. I'm telling you what, that guy just he'll will it where he wants it. Even if it's junk, he'll will it there. Chris Pesanetti was 3rd, the assassin. Ronnie Cox, the Rocket, he struggled all day. You know, I talked to him afterwards. He said, yeah, we're just struggling. First time out, we're getting things squared away, tire deals and that kind of thing. But the Rocket will be there. He and Joe Stackman are the only 2 left that have made every main event in the BK series. So so I'm going to tell you, it's going to be tough this year, though, because I assure you there's going to be some good cars going home. But hopefully it's not those 2, so they can keep the streak alive. Case Hankins from East Wenatchee on the Jawa came home in the 5th spot. Corey Markham was 6th. And Sean Carr, he struggled as well, but he'll get it with the Wankel. Good-looking stuff. He always brings gorgeous stuff to the racetrack, so he'll be there. And then I understand there's a rumor that Terry Lawrence may be driving one of his rigs, so we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. But that's the results from Slideway Saturday down to Salem Speedway. Cage carts are going on this weekend, and it's going to be pretty good. They've had an excellent turnout. Friday night will be practice from 6 to 9. And then Saturday will be the quarter midgets, the 5-horse cage, 125s and 250s. Saturday night will be the 500 cages, the mini stocks, the Pro 4s, the micros, and the midgets. And they, too, have had some pretty good turnouts. And then on Sunday, it'll be just the cage carts and the micros. So if you're interested in going down there, Hampton Inns of Salem is the official Salem Speedway place to lay your head. And they've got a special rate for racers. So if you call them, I think it's like $99. You can call 503-362-1300 and ask for Chris Moretti. And Chris will get you hooked up for that special racer rate, the Hampton Inns in Salem. So that's pretty cool. If you're thinking about coming to the BK, you're definitely going to want to make your reservations now because I'm sure that's filling up fast if it hasn't already. The Oregon State Karting Championship Series, that is the series for the asphalt guys. And there's several dates here, but March 29th is the opener, and that'll be at McMinnville Raceway Park. But I'm just going to go over the major ones. So the 29th is the opener at MAC. June 13th will be the first night race